Hi, welcome back to this video series on quadratic residues. Today I will continue my discussion on introducing you to a few more important properties we need to build a crypto system based on quadratic residues. The goal of this session is to talk about some very basic properties. For example, if we are given a number x, right? Let's assume x is a quadratic residue, and we are also given y as a quadratic residue. What can you say about x times y? So x being a quadratic residue means there must be a way for us to find another number y, right? Such that y square equal to x. That means x becomes a quadratic residue. Okay. It doesn't matter whether it's mod p or mod n, this is the same definition. Okay. So what if we have another number, say, let me change the, let's continue. Let's keep another number, say z, belong to quadratic residue, right? What can you say about x times z? If x is a quadratic residue, z is a quadratic residue, we can conclude x times z is also quadratic residue because we can rewrite easily z as sum w square, right? That's the definition of quadratic residue. Now, what about x times z? X times z means y square times w square by definition, which is nothing but this. Therefore, x times z is also quadratic residue. Okay, this is a very basic property of quadratic residue. Doesn't matter whether we work with mod p or mod n composite group. This is true. What is more interesting, perhaps, to see what happens if you take a quadratic residue and multiplied with a non-quadratic residue. So I'm going to take some example to talk about that. Okay, for that purpose, I will use my little Python program that will generate quadratic residue. Let's try to generate quadratic residue table for the group Z star 21. Okay, and we learned that the quadratic residue, by just looking at the second column, quadratic residues are number 1, 4, and 16. Okay, let's consider the problem of multiplying a quadratic residue with a non-quadratic residue. Say, let's assume our number is one number is 4, right? 4 is a quadratic residue because 4 can be written as 2 power 2 or 5 power 2 or 16 power 2, all in mod 21. So let's take 4, our x be 4 for a moment, and let's take our y to be 8, for example. What is x times y? X times y is 32. 32 in mod 21 is 11. But as you can see, 11 doesn't occur in this column, right? In this column, the only elements are 1, 4, 16. Okay. Therefore, if you take a quadratic residue, right, x belongs to quadratic residue, and y was not part of quadratic residue or is not part of quadratic residue, then we say x times y is not an element of a quadratic residue. Okay, this is an important property we need later when we build a crypto system based on properties of quadratic residue. Okay, and one more thing that should be also obvious is that if we take two numbers that are not quadratic residues, for example, take numbers say 8 and 3. 3 is not even a group element, sorry. Take 8 and 5. Okay, 8 times 5 is what is 8 times 5? 8 times 5 is 40. 40 mod 21 is 19. And you can see 19 doesn't occur in the set of quadratic residues, which are nothing but 1, 4, and 16. The elements of quadratic residues are 1, 4, and 16. So we learned a couple of important properties. If we multiply two quadratic residues, the result is a quadratic residue. If you multiply a quadratic residue and a non-quadratic residue, the answer is a non-quadratic residue. If you multiply two non-quadratic residue, the answer is also non-quadratic. Okay. We can also double check the first fact. If x belongs to quadratic residue and y belongs to quadratic residue, for example, 4 and 16, what is 4 times 16? 4 times 16 is 64, right? And mod, we can do like this, 4. And we wanted to do it in 21. Okay, 21 of well, I can just do it manually. 4 times 16 is 64 mod 21, right? Which must be 1. Okay, so the answer is 1, which is an element in the quadratic residue. So this is not, of course, the way to prove some things, but you can confirm yourself that this is the case. So important properties we learned are as follows. If you take a quadratic residue and multiply it by a non-quadratic residue, the answer is a non-quadratic residue. If your numbers x and y are both quadratic residue, the product is a quadratic residue. Okay, that's basically what I wanted to talk to you today. And one final note is that the Jacobi symbol that we have briefly talked about in the previous segment will be formally defined in the next segment. Without knowing the prime factors of the composite number, we will be able to compute the Jacobi symbol, which is something that I will talk next. All right. Thank you very much for your attention.